Well, Melissa was over this weekend. We started watching Yu Yu Hakusho again. Man, I told her, I was like, you gotta pass like the first 50 episodes for it to be like, okay. That show is really rough.
I have like vague memories of that show.
Oh, it's so
my
rough.
favorite show.
It's so rough.
Oh, see, I didn't think it was that bad.
Oof. It's the writing, man.
I mean, it's also super.
It is super old, but like, my God, the romance plot is just stupid. Everybody's like 14 years old.
Oh, I don't even pay attention to it.
It's really hard to miss. I think that's why I don't watch anime anymore.
You know, like, I don't even pay attention to it because, like, it doesn't even come into effect at the end of the series anyway. So.
Can't do it. Alright, let's... I feel terrible for the people on Twitter. I hope my shit's not like bombarding people every time the stream fucks up. That would annoy me. Whoop. That did not program correctly. There we go. Oh no, we're having pen trouble now. Tonight is Problem City. Oh, here we go, here we go. Yay! Art block. Oh man. The best way that I have felt to deal with art block is to continue doing art through your art block. A lot of the times, and I know a lot of people give that advice, and when I used to listen to people give that advice, I thought it was a little impossible, because when you go through it, it feels really hard to do anything. But I'm not gonna lie, I struggle when I have art block and I force myself to draw through it. Sometimes I struggle the entire time I'm forcing myself to draw, and I don't feel like anything that I do comes out good. But the thing is, when you force yourself to draw through an art block and you just feel like nothing you're doing is coming out well, you're gonna find it's easier. It's not an immediate thing. That's the thing. You'll find the more that you push yourself through those art blocks, the fourth, fifth, and sixth time that you do it, it comes a little easier. It doesn't feel like you're pulling nails all that much. Or pulling teeth would be the expression, actually. Oh, are you doing the projects where you do scratchboard? Those are actually some of my favorites. I enjoyed scratchboard. Yeah, when I go through art block, it's so rough, especially when I go through art block and I have commissions that I need to be doing. I don't have an option. I have to do the work, and I don't want to give somebody something that I'm not all that invested in. It's honestly, that's why it's good to practice with art block before you get to that point where you're doing commissions and you feel like I've been working on this commission for a while and I just have no more drive to finish it. You have to work through it. And a lot of times people say you have to find ways to keep yourself interested in it. Add something in there that you really like. But I find a lot of the times with art block, I can't find anything that I like, that I want to include into the piece. I just don't feel really like doing anything. So I pick something, honestly, I pick something hard. Something that I really don't want to do when I go through art block. There have been, I think Kira and Fess maybe, have watched me go through periods where I was actually working on commissions and portfolio pieces that I started off absolutely just hating. Wanted to stop doing them.
Yeah,
wanted to restart them. Yeah. They looked horrible, and then I sat down with them, and it took me a little longer than normal. But I sat with them, and I pushed, and I pushed, and I pushed, and I pushed. And eventually, I mean, some of them came out to be, I think, the best pieces that I've ever done. What do you guys think?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, remember when I was struggling just a few days ago with this one?
Oh my god. I remember that one.
And it turned around.
And
like,
turned out really good.
Yeah, if you go back onto the stream and you see where it started, it was in a rough area. Patrick actually sat and watched me go through that one. It was during my Friday stream. Alright, let's round these muscles out. Perfectionism. I struggle with that so much, and I see it in my mother when she does things that she does. And honestly, the best way that I've found to combat that is just by doing a bunch of work. It was something that happened gradually. The more work that I did and the more commissions that piled up, the more I realized I gotta go. I don't have time to sit and worry about every tiny little thing. I also figured out that I was focusing on things a little too hard, especially when I was drawing wolves or anything with fur. I would hyper focus. I would lock on to tiny little details, drawing out every single piece of fur. And I didn't need to. There's a couple of artists, even if you go back and you study some master painters, you'll notice that they focus on what they need to focus on, and then the rest of it, like maybe the background or something, they just block it in. They just block the shapes in. You don't see any detail on it. And it's still readable. You still know what's going on in the entire painting. So you kind of have to train yourself what's important to focus my time on. What do I want to draw the viewer's eye to? And all that stuff. It's a little darker. Where'd I put? Am I eating what those in? Alright. Oh. What the heck? Why do you do this? Where the hell are the drawings? There we go. A little more of a reddish, rusty red. Maybe take a nap when you get back home. That's usually how I function. Oh man, I hope I have the right layer. I may not. Yeah, I do. No. Oh god. I drank an energy drink once that had... What the heck was it called? It was something monkey. Actually, they like banned it shortly after I tried it. Oh, Howling Monkey, that's what it was called. And I think it had like 300 milligrams of caffeine. I started shaking. I went through like 7 different rounds of emotion. It was it was no bueno. Alright, you know what? I will fix that fire later and we'll get back onto it. jeez, 2 liters. Luckily, energy drinks are usually just a big old dose of like basic vitamins, and most of them you just pee out if you get extra, but the caffeine is mostly concerning only because of the effects long term that it may have on your heart. That did not stop me when I was in high school and college, though. I think I bought like 2 whole cases of Red Bull once when I was in college, and I binged a night of a project. That was fun.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was. It was a little terrible.
I can't even stand the smell of Red Bull.
It's an acquired taste, honestly. I thought it smells like a bunch of it's a bunch of vitamins. I mean, it smells like if you took some Flintstone vitamins and just mashed them up and put them in water. That's what it smells like.
That sounds disgusting. It sounds so gross. I personally has never had an energy drink like that, mostly because like the smell would always just like steer me away from even trying. But I know for a fact that I don't really need to seek out an energy drink, because I just, whatever energy I have in a moment is what I'm going to deal with for the rest of the day. That's it.
Yeah, I don't deal with them much anymore. Oh god, Monster. Yeah, that's terrible, actually. I had a friend in high school who, the same thing. He
That's bad. That's
got
very
addicted to
bad.
Monster energy drinks, and wow. I watched that shit affect his body as we went to college.
Jesus, did he like grow an extra finger or?
No, he literally just started having like heart palpitations after a while, and the doctor was like, yo, like stop fucking drinking Monster. He was like, this is literally the worst energy drink that you could have picked to get addicted to. Well, not that he picked it, but like,
It's bad. It's just
yeah.
the worst thing he could have drank.
But yeah,
Wow.
Monster's one of the worst ones. I think it's because it has something in it. It might be the guanine. It's one of the ingredients inside of it. It's really not good for your kidneys to be ingesting on a normal basis. That's like one of the #1 things with the energy drinks. You have to make sure that you're not drinking them too because of the kidneys. I mean, kidney failure is a big thing. We got that going. Put this on top. Alright, this swing music is pretty good, but the Halloween shit is slowly getting to me. Those 10 little tapping toes. This song's ridiculous. Fucking 30s. What an age to be alive in. What the hell did they call the 30s? It was the Roaring 20s and then the...
I'm pretty sure the 30s is when the Great Depression was a thing.
Yeah, you're right. So they didn't have like a title for that, did they? It was just a Great Depression.
And I know World War I started around that time as well.
Wasn't there a swinging age? It was like the swinging... Not 60s. Swinging 50s, maybe? There was a girl in my art class who was like on top of that shit. '50s, I know, was the I think it was the 20s and the 30s was the Charleston, and then no, the 20s was the Charleston. Sorry, the 50s was the Jitterbug. The 60s, I don't even think they. I think they like just fucking grooved in the 60s. Every time I ask my mom, like those stereotypical like things that they like label with the 60s, like people say groovy and shit. I asked my mom, I was like, did anybody ever like literally say like groovy? And she was like, only the douchebags. I was like, damn. She was like, yeah, that has
to be the douchebags. Yeah.
She was like, that was never a hot phrase. She was like, only douchebags said stuff like that. I was like, damn. I guess it was like guys trying to be cool, like saying like groovy baby. I can see how, I don't know. Yeah, I guess you had to really be alive in the 70s. I was gonna say, I can see how that would be douchey. If somebody came up and said that. I mean, now if somebody came up and said that to me, I think I'd laugh and I'd be like, get out of here.
If someone says that now, it'd be really, really weird. Like,
it'd be
it doesn't
cheesy.
make sense for that saying to be here.
No, to be here. It's kind of like this era right now where people are still flossing, and it's like, dude, that was too. We move like really fast though. We're like, yeah, that was 2 years ago. Stop doing that shit.
It's like as we like progress, we're like losing like certain terms that we created ourselves, and it's just like the more we continue, the worse it's gonna get.
Yeah, it's the internet. I know for a fact though, anytime anybody flosses now, it's like, and how long ago was flossing? It was like a year ago, wasn't it? It wasn't even that long ago.
I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago though.
It's like nobody wants to see it though.
It started when like Fortnite was like starting to get popular.
Yeah.
Because that's where it came from.
No one wants to see it though. Everybody's like, stop it.
No one wants to see it anymore because Fortnite is like, people don't like Fortnite, so when they see the flossing, they'll associate that with the game, and they're just like, no, please stop.
I was watching the Santa Clarita Diet, and they had a kid that started flossing on camera, and I was just like, holy shit, this is a snapshot in time. I did laugh, though, audibly, like out loud.
That sounds cringe, though.
No, it was, but I laughed because he was filming a video for like the secret organization, and he was in the background, just like they left the camera on a log somewhere, and he went out in the back, in the distance, and they were like struggling to make it work because they were tied to. It was him and his daughter's friend. They were tied together, and they were struggling. And then some fucking like kid comes out of nowhere, and you just see his head dip down in front of the camera, and then he walks in front of it and starts flossing, and they're screaming, "Stop that! Get away from the fucking camera!" So I wasn't expecting it. Like it came out of nowhere.
Oh my gosh, that's that's fucking.
So I started laughing immediately, and then I was like, ah. Alright, let me change this music, because...
Some Minecraft music.
Did you say put on some Minecraft music, or this is?
Yeah, Minecraft with some Minecraft music.
Hell no, that was like...
Pretty sure they have a specific playlist, and it's just the good stuff.
Minecraft is old as hell. What's up with like games like mimicking Minecraft now? I didn't think it was hot anymore.
Well, Minecraft is like I actually still play it on Xbox, and it's actually good because of the stuff that they added. But games copying each other is not new at all. It's definitely something that's still happens now.
I know that, but it's like I just thought it died. Like I didn't realize that it was still like a popular game.
Oh no, it's still popular, yeah. And it's still like there's virtually nothing wrong with Minecraft. You can just play it and still have fun with people or like by yourself. But because it's simple and you know what's the point of the game, even if you do know the point of it, you can still find enjoyment with it.
Not me. Not the game for me.
It takes a while.
It's just not my kind of game. I grew up in the era of MMORPG, and MMORPG is dead right now.
Oh, I like MMO games.
They're dead right now.
They kind of are dead.
Yeah.
They just put in Black Desert Online on Xbox.
Yeah, I played it. I played it when the demo came out years ago, and it's nothing. It's just the same shit.
It's practically they're all the same shit, but it's just like whatever.
Well, that's the problem. We've reached an era where every MMORPG is copying World of Warcraft because World of Warcraft is the successful business model. But it's like, dude, like, give us something original.
Yeah. For me, I'm at this point where like I used to play like a lot of like MMOs, but then like I got tired of it. It just became repetitive, so I move on to like different things I could just get my hands on. So I like to play like first-person shooter games, and although they're all the same like shooter looter type thing, like they have like different stories to it or different elements to it that'll like stand out. Even if it's just for like a little bit, but you know that there's something different about this game that's different from like the others.
Yeah, I've never been one to... Like, I played first-person shooters when I was in grammar school going into high school. And it was very short-lived. I really didn't do it for that long. And I just went... I was playing... I played Final Fantasy XI when I was... I think I got that game when I was... I think I was 11. I was 11 or 12 years old, and I got that game, and I played it for 9 years, and I keep going back to it every once in a while. It's... Nobody else likes it. Unless you've played it growing up, you're not gonna like it. It's grindy as hell, which is what I like. And it's really old.
I like games that move like Dark Souls.
I love Dark Souls. I actually really love Dark Souls.
So for the game that I used to enjoy a lot was Monster Hunter World because it moves like it. And since I couldn't really play Dark Souls since it was like I just couldn't work with it. But I could work with a game like Monster Hunter World because it came easy to me to move my character and dodge and like think quickly while I'm being like chomped on by a fucking dinosaur.
I didn't even get a chance to play Monster Hunter World. I was supposed to play it with my ex, but we never really got it going. It wasn't, well, I was waiting to save up some money, and my computer was being a bit of an ass, and I had to upgrade it, and just shit came up, and I think there was an error with my, when they released Monster Hunter World, there was a problem on we were waiting for PC release. Then finally, when they put it on a PC release, there was a problem with Intel CPUs, and I was just waiting for them to fix it, and they never really fixed it. So I continued to just not play it. But I know my ex was particularly ticked at me because I never stuck out Final Fantasy XIV. I got really bored with that game, and I couldn't help it. And every time I tried to go back to it, I would come out screaming. You know, like that game like made me upset. And, you know, it made him upset that I was getting so upset with the game. I think he understood why I was upset with the game, but he didn't, you know, he wanted to play it. It was like, he grew up playing World of Warcraft and stuff like that, and that game is modeled after World of Warcraft. So it felt like home to him. But to me, I grew up playing, like I said, I grew up playing Final Fantasy 11 rather, and it did not feel like 11 to me. And, you know, the whole community kept saying, you know, well, if you like 11 so much, go back to 11. And I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. And he played 11 with me for a while. But the thing with 11 is such a hard freaking game now. They literally have, when you go back to play Final Fantasy 11, if you want to get once you get to end game, if you want to get your relic weapons and your artifact, well, not your, I mean, AF1 is still a pain in the ass to grab, but if you want to get so the artifact armor in that game goes AF1, AF2, and then you have AF1 plus 1, AF1 plus 2, plus 3, and then it all depends, like, once you get to, like, AF1 is level, so the max level in that game is 99. Originally it was 75, and then it went up and up and up and up by levels of 5. At level 50, and then every 2 levels you would get your artifact armor 1, and then when you hit 75, well, actually, when you hit 70, and then it would go 70, 71, 72, etc. to 75, you'd get your AF2. AF1 plus 1, I think, goes up to 75, and then plus 2 and 3, I think, are level 99. AF2 plus 1 and plus 2, I think, are both level 99. It really depends on what you're going for, because in that game, like, stats matter. You'll have a set that's another reason why it pisses people off. You will have like 5 or 6 sets of armor in that game. You'll have a set for refresh, so your magic power is literally always up there. You'll have a set for magic burst if you're a mage, so that you do maximum damage, and then you as soon as you're casting your spell, you swap into your magic burst gear, you do a shit ton of damage, and then you swap back into your magic power regen set for a bit and idle a little bit, and then you'll swap into another set for enfeebling spells, because it's considered, if you want to be a professional tier player, and this is just meta in the game, if you want to get into a good group, you have to have everything maxed. You have to go in there, you have to have all your skills up to the max tier. You have to have an enfeebling set, a healing set, even if you're not a healer. Because, you know, like, what if there is that one instance where you need the black mage to toss a cure 3? So you have a healing set, an enfeebling set, a magic power set, a magic burst set, a magic attack bonus, a magic accuracy set, all that stuff. And then you have to make sure that all your sub jobs are leveled appropriately, because there might be that one raid where they need you to go / red mage on something weird. So it's like the game is literally set to fucking drive you crazy, because there's so much min-maxing going on in it.
So you have to max everything, even though, like, if I'm a warrior, you want me to max my healing stuff just in case our healer just doesn't do the right thing, and then that falls up to me to start healing people, even though, like, it has nothing to do with me. That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, like just in case like you would ever need to like do like a backup. And it's like people are like really douchey in that game. I have to say I love that community, but they're assholes. Like they will actually be like, no, like you have to have this level because, you know, what if we need you to like, you know, do this or do that, and then like forget about it. Once you go after your artifact like weapons, you have to. So in that game, the thing that they didn't do in that game that they did in Final Fantasy XIV, which kind of pisses, I don't know, I see both ends on it. In Final Fantasy XIV, you can log into that game, you can not play it for 5 years and then log in, and all the armor that you have to get, like armor that was relevant, let's say like you got like a Zeta weapon. A Zeta weapon in 14 was like the best thing at one point in time. You come back like 3 years later, oh, they have new weapons. So your Zeta weapon is old news. And you don't even have to worry about it because there's like better weapons that you can... And they do that like every like month. They make it easy for people who haven't played for years to catch up to where everybody else who has worked for those like 5 years to get the best of the best armor. So they constantly make it easier for new people to catch up. In 11, they don't do that. They're like, you want to get this artifact weapon? Okay, go all the way back to where all our players started 10 years ago and start working up. And you'd think that they'd be easy tasks. They're not. It's like wait in this zone for a notorious monster to spawn that spawns every 18 hours on a lottery spawn that you have to kill 75 monsters to try and make spawn. And so you'll spend like maybe like 24 hours trying to get it to spawn. And not just one of those, we want you to kill 75 of those. Or they'll have certain conditions where they're like, go into the Abyssy zone and kill this monster that's on a lottery spawn that spawns every 5 to 6 hours. And, you know, not to get to it, you need to defeat 6 other monsters before you get to that monster that all have special conditions. Like in Abyssy, it's a little ridiculous. You need to proc monsters. So there's certain weapon skills at certain times of day that you can use to make something proc like blue, red, or yellow. And there are exclamation points that pop up. So you have to wait till a certain time of day and use a certain weapon skill or a certain spell or whatever they want on the monster and pray to God that the proc actually happens, because it's like probably like a 50, not even a 50, probably like a 35% chance that it'll even proc. So Final Fantasy XI is some shit. It is the grindiest game that you'll ever play. Oh, but there is such a feeling of accomplishment. Once you get shit done, you're like, yeah, not a lot of people have done this. I've done this.
Yeah, it's like the grindier it is, once you complete it, you'll just feel like so like accomplished. Like, yeah, like...
That game makes me feel accomplished. One of the weapons that I've been going after on my Geomancer takes a year in real life to even get up to do it, because you need to do coalition missions in the newest expansion. And yeah, to get your reputation in the city all the way up to the reputation level that you need to even start the mission for the weapon takes a year. It takes a year because they cap how many times you can do the mission. So it takes a year in real life to even get up there. Oh, wait. I keep going back to Final Fantasy. That's about the only game that I do. Well, no. To be honest with you, I go back to a few other things. I played Diablo 3 with Kira. I'm gonna give Elder Scrolls Online a shot because Kira and Rio want me to give it a shot, so I will give that a try. I know that when it first, Rio was telling me, because I remember reading all the reviews when it first came out, and they were not good at all. And then Rio said that the game is actually a lot better than what it used to be. So I'm gonna give it a shot.
The one game that no matter what happens, I always drag my ass back to is Destiny 2.
Oh, Destiny.
No matter what the review says, no matter what people say about it, my ass is back there. Just for no reason at all. Just because.
That's me in Final Fantasy.
It's just, I know the game isn't that great. I see the flaws clearly. But that's not going to take away why I started playing the game. And I work so hard to get to certain things. And I'm just like, I might as well write it out. I still have Skyrim, but it's been so long since I've played it that I'm just like, I might as well delete it and start all over again because I don't know how these controls work anymore. Like, it's just weird to me at this point.
I sometimes, when I go back to a game that I haven't played in a really long time, I have to do that as well. I should have colored this before I started shading. That would have been smart.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, certain games just, you can't beat the way they make you feel. These little hind legs are actually... Let's go ahead and color them like this. Kind of goes down the side of her face, let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and okay. Alright, we're gonna do that.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Alright. We're fixing slowly. I ate salmon for dinner and my stomach is like, fuck your salmon, dude.
Salmon is good though. I actually like it now.
I really enjoy salmon. I was worried that salmon was not good though. I cooked it up last night because I was like, this has been sitting in the refrigerator for like 4 days. I need to get rid of it because my mother she just cannot stand the idea of food going bad. So I just wanted to avoid that.
Yeah, my mom's doing the same thing too. She keeps saying, oh, it's so expensive to buy food. And I've seen how expensive it is, but sometimes her fault too.
Well, that's like my thing. I'm always like, why am I the only one like eating shit? Like, but whatever. But yeah, she doesn't like it. So I try to do my best to avoid it, especially since I'm kind of at the mercy of, you know, I'm under her roof. So I kind of have to do it until I get my apartment with Melissa. Gotta do my thing. I don't know where I want the light to be on this piece. This is kind of dangerous. I'm kind of just doing whatever. Does she? Wait a minute. Okay. Night, Patrick. Thanks for sticking around and watching the stream with us. It was fun having you here. Hope you're not too tired. Hope you're not too tired at school. Here we go. Have lots of caffeine. but not too much caffeine. Just the right amount of caffeine. Cold shower will definitely help. All good. See you later. Yeah, I guess this will be good, and then we can add some lighting from the fire up in there. I may edit these wings. What color are her teeth? Are they like normal color, or is the inside of her mouth black?
Yeah, they're normal.
Okay. Or we could light it from underneath. That might be kind of interesting. Have the light shining up from down here. We also have to take into consideration that we're going to have fire on this piece as well. But what I can also do for that is just put a, whatchamacallit, layer over it and light it like that. That'd be easy enough. I'm happy with this so far. It's taking a while to piece together, but I'm painting it in a very, very odd way. How are you feeling about it so far as you're watching it progress?
I'm liking it. Like, I really like the details that you're putting into her, because it's like the first time I'll see her in like so much detail. It's not like a photo manip.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually very like I'm enjoying this.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think we chose a really like interesting perspective. Tumbling down the stairs. Good God. Oh wait, it's just the one paw on the front. All right, so the do I have it right? Let me see. Actually, yeah, I do. Oh no, ooh, it depends. What way do you like it better? Do you like it better on the left or the facing left or right? Because that's going to depend on which paw is colored.
Right.
The right? Alright.
Yeah.
The right paw out in front, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that means it's going to be normal colored. Alright, I'm going to take that off then. Oops. Ah, stop it. Velcro on my foot. Ah, the cat's taking a giant shit. Every time. Now he's gonna complain because he's trapped in the room with his poop.
That makes sense.
Every time. Every
That
time.
makes sense.
He takes a giant shit and then he stands by the door and screams because he's like, oh my god, let me out. Let me spray because that seems to calm him. Hold on. I'm gonna fix it. There. It's no longer stinky. Let me pour this on top. Okay? No more stink. Alright. And her nails are black or?
You can put them black.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that. Is this fucking song saying kiss my ass? Jesus. Alright, I'm kind of happy with the coloration that I have going on here, so... are these markings symmetrical then? On her face? Because if I'm going to put this paw on the front, that means these markings aren't going to be there.
Yes, they are.
They're symmetrical? Okay.
Yeah.
Oops. Ah, whatever. Okay, this is before the shoulder.
I only have like 2 or 3 pictures that shows Cinder's face from like the front view.
Mm-hmm.
So it does show like her markings like on each side. But for the most part, all of them are just showing it from like one side.
Alright. I think that's right. Looks good.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Alright.
actually.
Small is more straight back. Hold on. Alright, I'm done with swing. too long. Whoops. Something's stuck on my screen. There we go. No! Stop coming back. Foot going. Double check that muscle later. I'll probably continue this on Wednesday's stream anyway. Wrap it up on that.
Alright, that's cool.
But I'll keep going till 1.
I mean, I'm just about to leave right now because I'm just tired as hell.
No problem. I'll probably keep going. I'll take it till another 40 minutes, and then I'll pick it back up on Wednesday's stream. I'll fix the headshot that I did for Iok or Iok. I'm butchering that name, but I'll fix that up and then I'll post that up there tomorrow probably.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Night.
Night. If I load this from the bottom. Yeah, bottom lid is going to be very interesting. It's going to fire though, so we'll figure that out later. Actually, let me put on, I'm going to duplicate this. Yeah, it'll be something like that. Actually, just gonna lighten these colors up because I'm gonna lay some muscle down here. Thanks. Yeah, it's an interesting perspective, so I don't know, I'm hoping that it's looking alright. Okay, that's how the muscle's gonna be lined out. Let's go ahead and color this. It's all gonna be the same color. And the elbow is gonna be the same color. Okay, now this is where it's gonna get interesting. I'm gonna color this, 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 this. draw the eye too much away from her though. this in a minute. I don't want to draw too far away from her. Um, yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. Alright, I'm gonna duplicate this and try something really quick. Oh. Alright, we're coming up on 5 minutes left for the stream here. I'm just working this fire. Bit by bit, piece by piece. I think when you smack all this stuff together, it definitely has something interesting going on.
Yes.
There's gonna be a lot of interesting highlights on here. That's for sure. I'm probably gonna make a separate layer. Call it fur highlights. There's gonna be some on here. There's gonna be some right up on here. Here because of the fireballs, and then we'll work it up on here. Whoops. Alright. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and some of that as well. And I think that's where we'll end it for right now. We'll pick it back up on Wednesday and see where we go with it.
Sounds good.
I think it's just you and me left on the stream right now, but if anybody else by any chance is still watching, thanks for sticking with us on the stream, and hopefully everybody had a good time. Did a lot of painting. We will be back on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, and hope to see people there.
Yeah.
Take care. Good night.